In the silent heights of the Himalayas, where clouds kiss the earth and the wind hums ancient chants, lies a story not found in mainstream scriptures, a tale of a forgotten yogi, a secret upasaka of Lord Rudra, who conquered death not once but thrice. Long ago, a baby was born in a most unusual way. His mother, Suvarkas, also called Gavastini, had just lost her husband, the great sage Dadichi. In sorrow, she brought her unborn child to a forest. There, she cut open her own belly to save the baby, then entrusted him to a holy banyan tree and entered the sacred fire herself. Against all odds, the tiny child survived. The trees and animals became his family. They fed him fruit, grains, and fresh plants. Even the moon god Chandra sent a drop of divine nectar into the tree so the baby could grow strong. In this way, the gods and nature protected the boy. He was raised under the wide green leaves of that tree, hidden and cared by the forest. Heartbreak and anger. As the boy grew, the forest itself told him the secret of his birth. He learned that his father, Seth Dadichi, had sacrificed his life to save the gods. Dadichi had given his body so the gods could fashion new weapons from his bones. He learned his mother had joined her husband in sacrifice. Hearing this, young Pipalada was filled with sorrow and guilt. I am so unlucky, my birth cost my mother's life and I could not even be with her. Then his sadness turned to anger. He blamed the gods for his parents' death and swore vengeance on them. In his heart, he carried deep pain and grief and a fiery vow to find justice. The path of tapasya. Seeking truth and power, Pipalada left the forest in search of wise teachers. He began great tapasya, deep meditation or spiritual effort. He prayed and fasted, climbing into the lonely woods of Dandakaranya. The moon god Chandra guided him. First learn knowledge and weapons, then go pray to Shiva, he said. There he devoted himself fully to spiritual practice. One day, Lord Shiva appeared before him. Shiva is sometimes called Rudra, his fierce and powerful form. Shiva asked, "What boon do you seek?" The young sage boldly answered, "Give me the power to destroy the gods, the ones responsible for my father's death." Shiva replied, "Very well. But first, you must do more tapasya and learn patience. Only when you are able to see the third eye on my forehead, you will have that power." Pipalada accepted the challenge. For many years, he sat unmoving in meditation. Eventually, his tapasya succeeded. Shiva opened his eye a little and Pipalada saw the god's inner form. Out of that eye came forth a strange demon, fierce like a wild mare. Pipalada gave the demon its orders. "Go, destroy my enemies, the gods." The demon sprang to life and charged at the heavens. But then the demon turned to Pipalada himself, shouting, "Your body was made by the gods too, so I will kill you as well." Terrified, Pipalada ran back to Shiva and begged for protection. Shiva hid him deep in the forest where the demon could not find him. There Shiva spoke gently to the young sage and said, "Revenge will not bring your parents back. Your father and mother sacrificed themselves for the good of all. They acted out of love, not anger. You must follow their example." Pipalada listened. He calmed his heart and let go of his rage. He no longer sought war with the gods. Instead, he asked Shiva one wish, to see his parents once more. In an instant, a shining chariot descended from the sky. On it were Dadichi and her mother, smiling and at peace. They blessed their son and told him to live on, marry and have children. Flowers rained down as the gods watched. Pipalada felt a great peace knowing his parents were proud of him. The secret of karma and immortality. Shiva did one more thing. He taught Pipalada a secret mantra. This gave him deep insight into karma, the law of action and result. In Hindu thought, karma means every action leads to an equal reaction. Good deeds bring good results. Harmful deeds bring harm. By mastering this secret, Pipalada learned to guide the flow of karma. Legends say this made him almost free from death, near immortal. He could choose the right time to be born and to leave the world. He had control over his fate, far more than ordinary people. Of course, eventually even the great sages must face death, but Pipalada's understanding was extraordinary. Meeting Yam, the god of death. In some stories, Yama, the god of death, heard of Pipalada's powers and came to meet him. Yam, also called Dharmraj, is the lord who guides soul after death. When Yam approached Pipalada, the sage was not afraid. They held a long conversation. Pipalada explained how he understood karma and duty, and Yam tested his wisdom with questions. In that meeting, the sage showed compassion and knowledge. In the end, Yama was pleased. He blessed Pipalada, saying that the sage's devotion to Dharma kept him safe. This encounter taught that even death recognizes those who had lived with truth and courage. Shiva replied, "Very well, but first you must do more tapasya and learn patience. Only when you are able to see the third eye on my forehead, you will have that power." Pipalada accepted the challenge. For many years, he sat unmoving in meditation. Eventually, his tapasya succeeded. Shiva opened his eye a little and Pipalada saw the god's inner form. Out of that eye came forth a strange demon, fierce like a wild mare. Pipalada gave the demon its orders. "Go, destroy my enemies, the gods." The demon sprang to life and charged at the heavens. But then the demon turned to Pipalada himself, shouting, "Your body was made by the gods too, so I will kill you as well." Terrified, Pipalada ran back to Shiva and begged for protection. Shiva hid him deep in the forest where the demon could not find him. There Shiva spoke gently to the young sage and said, "Revenge will not bring your parents back. Your father and mother sacrificed themselves for the good of all. They acted out of love, not anger. You must follow their example." Through mystery and might, Pipalada's journey teaches that even the most unexpected child can become a great teacher. His life shows that pain can lead to wisdom, that forgiveness is stronger than hate, and that the universe often hides its deepest truth in legends, waiting to be revealed.